because the gain is not a volume knob. It's not a volume knob. Technically, when you turn the gain up, it gets louder, but it's not a volume knob. So, kid came up to me the other day, said that he wanted me to tune his stunt wall. Said that he wants his stunt wall to sound way better than what it's sounding like right now. And as soon as he told me stunt wall, I just had this small little feeling like, I could tune it, but you might not like what I do. And he was like, what you mean? I was like, well, when I tune it, I'm going to make sure that it's clean, which means I'm going to make sure that you're not clipping, maybe give you a little bit of dB overlap, that type of stuff. And he was just like, well, I don't really understand what that means. I was like, okay, well, where is your amps? Is your amps turned all the way up as far as the gain? He was like, yeah, they turned all the way up. I said, okay, when I tune it, you're not going to like it because your amps are turned all the way up. So they're probably clipping in the land of distortion, which means when I make sure that it's clean, you're gonna think that all I'm doing is turning down your amps. I've actually had that done a couple times. Somebody said, hey, they want their stuff tuned, and when I get done tuning it, they said, man, I just paid this dude to turn my stuff down. If you are listening to your music extremely loud to where you're hearing the mechanical limits of the speakers and stuff like that, that's not how you're supposed to, that's not how the music was designed to be listened to. And a lot of people can't necessarily tell whether the stuff is really distorted unless it's like really, really sounding bad. So if you really want to tune, I just like to tune it properly. I'll use an O-scope, my DD1, or even my DD1 Plus. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I've been using that DD1 Plus here a lot lately. I extremely like the DD1 Plus. It's just as easy as using the DD1. You make sure that your signal is clean coming out of your head unit or whatever your source is going into the amplifier. Then you match the RCA voltage coming from the gain, because the gain is not a volume knob. It's not a volume knob. Technically, when you turn the gain up, it gets louder, but it's not a volume knob. You are matching the RCA output or whatever output. You're matching the RCA voltage coming out of your source going into your amplifier. You set your dB gain overlap, and then it is crisp, clean. But if your stuff is turned all the way to the max, all knobs to the right, when I tune it, you're going to think that I'm just turning the stuff down, and I'm really just trying to get you the cleanest sound. So if volume is what you're looking for, you need to get it properly tuned, but just need to add more power. But it also take power to make power. So that's probably why you need to get with your technician before you start buying equipment. Either way, the moral of the story is that if your stuff is turned up all the way and you want somebody to tune it, you can't be upset if you feel like all they did was turn it down because they wanted to make sure that your stuff was clean. And if you want more volume, you need more power. Here's what it is. Till next time, it's your boy JP signing out. God bless y'all. Peace.